Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear student. Today in this video I will explain the basic introduction of atomic emission spectroscopy. I am Dr. Tahir Mahmood. First, what is atomic emission spectroscopy? Basically, in molecular spectroscopy, we determine the nature, structure of the molecule. But in atomic spectroscopy, we deal with the atoms. So, in atomic emission spectroscopy, it is a method of elemental analysis that uses the intensity of light emitted from the flame or plasma or spark. This is a different method of light sources at a particular wavelength to determine the quantity of the element in a sample is termed as atomic emission spectroscopy. Actually, when solid or volatilized are element in their gaseous state, this is the requirement that the sample must be in gaseous state for atomic emission spectroscopy. Heated to high temperature are subjected to an electrical discharge. Radiation of certain wavelength are emitted. The spectrum of this radiation contains bright lines against a dark background. This is called atomic emission spectrum. This is the spectrum of hydrogen. Here this is emission spectra of hydrogen where dark background and bright lines. What in absorption? Dark lines and colored background. So this is the spectra of different hydrogen, helium, oxygen, carbon and iron element are shown. What is the basic principle? I have explained in this diagram. This is the structure of an atom, and you see when a photon hit the atom, there are two possible phenomena. One, the electrons are excited from low energy state to high energy state, and when they go back from higher to lower, they emit characteristic amount of radiation, and that radiation will be measured in atomic emission spectroscopy. And if it is from higher excited state to lowest excited state, then the amount of energy will be higher. But if it is from lower to higher, then the amount of photon emitted will be as compared to this one is lower. So this is the basic phenomena of atomic emission spectroscopy. The emission radiation will be recorded. Sample may be gaseous, spray solution or solid, but if the sample is in spray form, use then small mist with the help of atomizer to make it in the form of droplets. If it is solid, then we change into slurry or a paste by adding some solvent. So any type of sample can be used, gas, spray solution or solids. Emission sources, there are different emission sources used for the excitation of an electron. First, as we know that flame test we already performed for the salt analysis. Here we use flame as a source of excitation. Arcs, sparks are also used. Now some modern sources are available, that is DSP, direct current plasma, using organ gas, inductively coupled plasma, and then microwave induced plasma. These are the modern sources nowadays used in emission spectroscopy. Preliminary test for the detection of metal that are used in flame emission spectroscopy is flame test. In flame test, as we have performed in classes, if the sample is in gaseous form or in the form of separate solution, use atomizer which convert it into fine mist, then it is thrown onto the flame and the color of the flame is noted for quantitative detection. And if the sample is slurry or paste, then we use a platinum wire and a loop is then placed on the flame and the flame is a source of excitation. This is different types of flame we have used for in flame test. Yeah, like this is lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. We determine those metals which have low ionization energy and with a simple flame we can ionize it, that are determined in flame test and they have characteristics flame. And here the color of different flames which are shown in this diagram. As you see that this is a different solid salt and they are ionized in flame and they give different flames in flame test. So if we use flame test, then what are the drawbacks? That color get mixed. It is difficult for some salt for the identification. So color of the flame is difficult to identify. Flame energy, with the same simple flame, it is difficult to ionize most of the elements. So flame energy is also low in the simple flame. And then quantification. It is only quantitative test, we cannot quantify the sample. So these are the drawback of simple flame test. So now we have to use flame photometry, which is used for both qualitative and quantitative analysis of a matter. And what is the basic terminologies? The instrument which is used for emission spectroscopy is termed as spectrophotoatomic emission spectrometer. When a metallic species is introduced into the flame and a metal salt is burnt emitting certain colored wavelength, and this instrument is based on the measurement of intensity of that color. This is the basic principle of atomic emission spectroscopy. Each metal gives characteristic color and the intensity of the color depicts the amount. Mean characteristic color are used for qualitative test and intensity of the color is used for the quantitative test. Wavelength of the color tells what element is present, so it is mean qualitative. And the color intensity tells us how much the element present, mean quantitative. So this technique is better than simple flame test, mean qualitative and quantitative analysis both can be done in a simple way. This is the principle of flame emission spectroscopy. Here the electron from the ground state, when we fall a radiation in the flame, they are excited, and after that when they are coming back from excited to ground state, they emit certain type of radiation, and these radiations are noted in flame emission spectroscopy. Liquid sample containing metal salt solution introduced into the flame and solvent is vaporized, leaving particle of the solid salt, and then salt is vaporized into gaseous state. Gaseous molecule dissociate to give neutral atom. Then unstable excited atom emit photon while returning to low energy state. The measurement of emitted photon from the basis of flame photometry using a photomultiplier tube. And this is the steps involved during atomization. This is our solution containing potassium chloride, and we want to determine potassium in a sample. First we will aspirate. Aspirator change the solution into gaseous form. So it will change into potassium chloride is present in the gaseous form. And after that dissociation take place and there are changes into potassium and then chloride, and both they are present in elemental form, in the form of a gaseous and then elemental. And then excitation energy changes potassium gaseous sample into potassium ion K positive, and when they return back from potassium to then again potassium, then they emit certain amount of radiation, and this emission is noted in flame emission spectroscopy. And this is ionization. Potassium is changing to K plus. Ionization energy convert atom into ion, and then this excitation energy changes into higher energy state. This is the phenomena of conversion solution into atomized form. Here this is also shown. This is our sample present in a flask. So first aspiration takes place. Aspiration convert the solution into tiny droplet that is called aerosol. And after aerosol formation, vaporization take place. Vaporization means the solvent is free in a flame. So it convert this into a molecule. And after molecule formation, thermal dissociation take place, which break down the molecule into atomic state. So this is ground state, and it is forming atom form. And after atomic form, it is heat energy absorbed and converted into excited state. And after excitation of the atom, this excited atom emit the energy emitted as a light. Emission take place, and they again convert into ground state, and this emitted energy is noted in atomic emission spectroscopy, and each element gave characteristics wavelength, and intensity of that radiation will determine the quantity of the sample present in a gas. So this is the characteristics wavelength and color of different flame which are determined in flame emission spectroscopy. Sodium absorbed at 589 nanometer and its color is yellow. Potassium 766 and its color is violet. Calcium 6622 orange. Lithium 670 nanometer and its color is red. And then barium 554 nanometer and its color is lime green. So this is the element which are simply determined with the flame emission spectroscopy. They have low ionization energy and can be determined easily in flame emission spectroscopy.